Good morning, everyone. It's been a while. I've been real busy. I had some of my stuff stolen on Sunday. It's Friday now. Managed to get another replacement cell phone and got a key cut. Thanks, Dad, for helping me out with that. That's awesome. Anyway, so I put in an application to a couple of different places, 2 window companies. I'm also talking to a guy who started a solar company up in New York, so I'm going to help him set appointments. That way I can start stacking up some money, start paying off my bills. I'm still going to be focusing on writing my blog and trying to do the YouTube channel as well, with an email every day going to Grant Cardone with a new idea. I've sent him, let's see, how many ideas have I sent him so far? Bear with me. Let's see. 14 ideas. I've sent him 14 ideas to try and help him grow his brand. I sent those over to Katie, and and so hopefully at some point, if he does another whatever it takes show, he'll want to put me on there. Maybe not, I don't know. I'd like to have myself in a better situation when that happens. Last thing I want to do is having drove down here and put myself through the ringer to try and get in front of him. I don't want him to shut me down and kick me out for silly things like not having a job or not having whatever, right? So I'm going to try and take care of as much of that as I can in the meantime. I'm enjoying Miami. I love the weather down here. There's really great people everywhere. There's also a lot of really shitty people everywhere, but that's okay. You're going to find that everywhere. So anyway, let's talk about something. Let's talk about something important. I'm going to scroll through here and find an idea to talk about with you guys. And maybe we can have an intelligent conversation as well as an update. So that was the update. Let's talk about escapism. Okay, so escapism is really what kind of got me into this position to begin with. What is escapism? So escapism is basically when you're not focused on your goals, your personal development, whatever, what have you. You're not focused on the better things that are actually going to improve who you are in your current situation. If you're not focused on those things, whatever available time, Grant Cardone calls it white space on your calendar. So whenever you have white space, people have a tendency to do things that are entertaining. But what it does is it basically allows you to escape from your current situation, whether it's reading or going to the beach or going to the bar or whatever, right? Those are things that fall into the category of escapism. And escapism can be really, really destructive. It can be really unhealthy if that's what drives you, if that's what you're focused on throughout the day. If you're focused on, what am I going to do when I get off of work, or man, I can't wait till tonight so I can go to the bar, or oh, I wonder what they're doing over here, man, I'd rather be doing this, I'd rather be doing that. If you'd rather be doing something with your time, do something that's important to you, do something that's productive. And when you find yourself starting to slip, because most of the things that you're going to want to do in life that are important have some kind of a reward. Generally, it's not an immediate reward, and that's what kind of ties a lot of people up. That's what ties me up anyway. If I don't get immediate satisfaction from something, I start to lose my focus, I start to lose my drive and my motivation, and I start to slip out of where I need to be. I stop focusing on what's really important, and what's important is being the best version of yourself. So the way that I overcome escapism is just by taking a couple of minutes, reflecting on what's important. The other thing that I work on that has helped is this right here, this green book. My old version of it was digital camo, like they have in the Army, with my name tag on here, and then my rank from when I was in the Army. I was a sergeant. But when I was in Iraq, I came up with this life management program that has basically allowed me to increase my capabilities exponentially. It's allowed me to focus. It's allowed me to remember a ton of stuff. And what I want to do is I wanted to transfer this over to a website with an application or some kind of software, so that I don't have to keep writing the same stuff over and over and over and over again. It just kind of keeps track of all that stuff for me. And the reason that I want that is because it is very tedious having to transfer all of this stuff over here, and it can be very discouraging, you know, if you keep constantly having to go through it. Now it's very effective. It's really, really important to write stuff down. If you're struggling in life, I would recommend do something like this. Get a book. I like the cover because it comes with a little pocket for a highlighter and a pen. So when you write down whatever it is that you're going to write down in here, no, it's backwards, but you're going to write down whatever you're going to write down in here. Okay, so usually I'll have an index, and then I'll have what I call enabling programs. So enabling programs are basically just things that you want to focus on that allow you to build on certain capabilities or skills or knowledge base or whatever that you actually want to focus on. It's something that you want to be a piece of your life, whether it be martial arts or an art form or a job or a skill or even skydiving, even things that are fun. They can fall into that category. Now what you do is you define your enabling program, and that's actually on my list of things to do right now. I'm going to write out my enabling program summaries, so that basically what it does is it gives you an idea of what you want it to do, what role you want it to fulfill in your life, and where you want to be with this enabling program. And you do that with everything that you're interested in, everything that you're a part of. You describe everything out, and that way you can take that description and you can figure out at what level you want to be at. If you were to break down your enabling programs by, let's say, 10 levels, you know, if you're just starting out in something, you're going to be at level 1. You have no idea what to do. You don't know really anything in that category, and you don't have any experience. You don't really have anybody that you know. You're just at level 1. Now, let's say if it's a martial art, I don't want to be, you know, the grand master of a martial art. It's going to take me 60 years to get to that point. I'm going to have to focus all my time to get there. I might just want a passing understanding of a martial art so that I can defend myself. So I might want to be at level 5 instead of level 10, because if you take it and it starts off flat and then it slowly starts to arc up, well, these higher 10 level goals are so much work. It's an incredible amount of work. The idea is to get yourself to whatever level you decide you want to be at. So you can describe each level, and you can come up with your own descriptions of wherever it is. You know, martial arts are a good example because they have specific belts. You can do the same thing with anything, even, you know, skydiving or reading. You can do that. So basically, you write down the description, you figure out what levels there are, and you define them out, and then you figure out which one you want to be at, and then you break it down into a series of milestones. And so your milestones are things that you're going to hit, like a belt, like you could graduate to a new belt, or you could have 100 hours reading, or you could read 100 books, or, you know, 100 hours skydiving, or whatever. And when you hit that mark, that's one of your milestones. So you write out a list of milestones that you want to hit, and, you know, eventually you want to make them chronological, and that way they make sense. So this first month of doing this is going to make you feel like a toddler. It really is, a drunk toddler at that, because most people don't think of their life as very organized. A lot of people have a really, really hard time organizing their lives, but month 1 is going to suck. I'm going to tell you that right now. But if you keep doing it, what you'll realize is that as you keep writing stuff down, and as you keep having to go back and look for stuff in your book, if you don't organize your book to start off, which I definitely recommend doing, you're going to run into problems of having to look for things, and that always sucks because it's going to take more time and you're going to get agitated doing it. Eventually, you're going to get it to the point where it's really, really organized, and you're not going to have to worry about looking for stuff because you're going to know exactly where it is. And the more time you put into focusing on this and writing in it and keeping track of what you're doing, the more you're automatically going to know where everything is, and you're going to know exactly what you're doing. You know, month 6 when I was in Iraq, month 7, month 8, this thing was extremely organized. Like, I've got, you know, 15 books in my car right now because I stopped doing it when I came back from Iraq. I got distracted, and the escapism thing pulled me off of this, which sucks because I've wasted essentially 7 years of not doing this, because, you know, while I may have been productive over the last 7 years, I would have been 1,000 times more effective had I continued to do this. Like at this point, if I would have continued doing this, you know, the sky's the limit of where I could have been, how much money I could have had, and all of those other things. And again, it's not about money, it's about becoming the best version of yourself, right? So any of you guys that have any questions about how to do something like this, feel free, give me a call, shoot me an email, post a comment, whatever it is that you want to do, find me on Facebook. I can help you do this, and I can't begin to tell you how fulfilled you feel when you do something like this. It's not about becoming something that other people want you to do. This is about you. This is about something that you want to create for you. So it will get you to the point where you just know what's going on. Like it's you know, I've got a really, really bad memory, and by doing this, it allowed me to really understand who I am, where I want to be, what I want to do, and I felt that all the time. And so I'm even now I'm starting to get to that point again, and it's a huge relief. It's a huge relief, because as the building is collapsing around you, at least you know what you're going to do. At least you know what's the next step. What do I need to do now? And you start knocking off these tasks, and you start hitting these milestones, and then you have something to show for your efforts that's actually being recorded. Okay, so let me know if you have any questions about something like this. This is a great way to stop escapism. It doesn't always happen. You want to take breaks. You want to take micro breaks. Another thing that I'll lead off on is when you're doing something like this, if you've got 10, 15, 20 different enabling programs that you're working on, and you're dedicating most of your time towards those things, a really, really, really great way of enabling your escapism is by making the rewards for your enabling programs, because you do want to reward yourself when you hit milestones. You want to reward yourself when you've done a good job. If you've hit your goals, you want to reward yourself, and that will motivate you to keep pushing forward. You can write out a list of all of your, you know, I call them the prize, all of the things that you want to do in life, all of the things that you want to have in life, the kind of person that you want to be. You write that out, and those are rewards. You can borrow that and make those rewards. You can also make milestones from other enabling programs your rewards. So if I do really well at work, and I bank, you know, $10,000, I save $10,000, I can then go and, you know, go skydiving, which may bring me to the next level for my skydiving enabling program. So you can have all of your enabling programs overlap and reward yourself with other things that are important to you, and that kind of defeats escapism, because then at that point it's not escapism, because it's something that fulfills you. It's one of your enabling programs, and that's how you make it so that you can spend all of your time doing the things that you enjoy, and the things that you love, and the things that are important to you. Okay, so like I said, if you have any questions, let me know. Feel free. I don't care who watches this video. Give me a call. You know, I may not be able to answer your phone call right away, but I will definitely respond to you at some point. I can point you in the right direction. My phone number is 512-966-5690, and at some point this phone number may not be valid anymore for this video. But as far as I'm concerned, you know, if you need some help, I'm more than willing to help you. That's what I like to do. I enjoy helping other people. You can also email me. It's zidicus@hotmail.com. That's Z as in well, I'll just spell it phonetically. So it's Zulu, India, Delta, Delta, India, Charlie, Oscar, Uniform, Sierra @hotmail.com. Or you can email me at thebookofrage@hotmail.com. You can find my my YouTube channel, my blog, my GoFundMe is The Quest to Save the World by Walter Irvine. You know, feel free to donate. I could use the support. That would be really, really helpful. But also, you know, read my blog. This is going to be on my YouTube channel. All of this stuff is all linked together. I'm writing a book on how to save the world. Tall order. There's a lot of problems that we have to focus on. I've got to get my shit in order before I can get the support that I need to make that happen, but I'm working on it. So best of luck. Hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you learned something, and let me know if you have any suggestions, or if you need any help with anything. Okay. Have a great Friday. Memorial Day is coming up. We got to honor the fallen, but you know, focus on being you. Focus on doing the things that you need to make you you. And on that, I will say adieu.